All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And let's get right into this lesson.
Just exposed Tyler Perry for SAing him. Tyler Perry. Baxter Wells just exposed Tyler Perry for SAing him, bro. This shit is crazy. Hold on. Something was in my drink, and I had a blurry version at the time when we went up to his bedroom and went to his entertainment room. And I remember him coming up to me trying to kiss me, and I told him no, and I pushed him off. And things got fuzzy at that time. And then all I remember, I blacked out that whole night. And then the next morning, I woke up in the middle of his bed, butt naked, and I had Vaseline and blood in my anus area. And I saw him in the corner of the bed, and he was telling me that he Apple paid me $6,000, and damn, he just told me not to talk about it. He said this would ruin both of our careers, and because I asked him what happened, he said we had intercourse, and I didn't know what to say at that point. Only thing I'd done was literally got up from the bed and took a shower. That was literally like what I had to do. I mean, there was nothing for me to say. I'm sitting in front of someone that can ruin my whole life. And then people ask me, why did I stay in communication with him? Well, if you were in my position and acting was your dream, your only occupation, the only income that you had, what would you have done? What would you have done? What would you have done if you're having post-traumatic stress disorder, mood disorder, Stockholm syndrome, all types of mood disorder, Stockholm, and I want people to look up Stockholm syndrome. That's a serious disease.
It's a real thing.
And I'm sitting here trying to explain to people this. I'm like, I'm giving up my medical documents to my civil attorney. And I have federal statute protection as a veteran. We're not supposed to be silent. She didn't even tell me my California laws. And I was sitting there watching the video before I got on here. I forgot that lady's name. It's some lady named Pam, some lawyer.
Oh, Pam, I think, Esquire or something.
Yeah, I guess she was trying to figure out what I was trying to say, and I signed the NDA and all this. And, I just let her... I was just listening. I laughed a couple times on some of the people who were talking back. I don't feel nothing what people's negativity, because no one has been in my shoes or in my place. This guy.
So I want to start off with this and say that we know that these people in Hollywood, also known as Holly Weird, are actually very weird, and a lot of these people in Hollywood are sodomites, right? So you have these people who are in Hollywood and they flash their life, and people look at them like they're amazing, and even some so-called masculine Hollywood people, like how rappers try to portray a tough image, also happen to be sodomites. Now, I'm going to say this. A lot of our people keep trying to be famous in Babylon, right? So let us get out a scripture, right? It says in Mark chapter 8, verse 36, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" Right. And a lot of our people are trying to become a success in Babylon. They want to be rappers. A lot of our people just want to be rappers, or they want to be an actor, right? Or they want to be something, right? In Babylon, an NBA player, a football player, you name it, right? But Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai did not instruct, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai did not instruct us to be a success in Babylon, to be famous in Babylon, right? Because this land, right? Let's get out the scripture. Because this land is not our rest, right? Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Get up, go away, for this is get out the KJV version. Rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, and it shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. Right. So if you're trying to make Babylon your rest, and you're trying to become successful in Babylon, trying to become rich in Babylon, trying to become famous in Babylon, and recognized in Babylon for the wrong reasons, well, which in this world seems like success, like being an NBA player, a rapper, or a singer, or an actor. Well, because this land is polluted, if you try to become successful in Babylon, you shall be destroyed with the sword of destruction, which will be those nuclear missiles and or judgment from Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, right? So I also want to get a scripture here that it says in Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1, My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right. So, as the Israelites, as prophets, we're going to be put into tempting areas. We're going to be put in situations where it's going to be hard to say no, but we must steadfast and say no and keep our stand firm in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, no matter what. It's not worth losing our soul over anything that Esau wants to give us, right? It's not worth your booty hole. It's not worth your morals, right? And it's not worth your belief, right? If Esau wants to come after you for your faith, we gotta stand firm in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, right? Because none of what Esau offers us is worth anything, right? For we chase a crown that is eternal. Let's get out the scripture right here. It says in James chapter 1, verse 12, Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Right. So we're going to come to a point where we got to endure this temptation no matter what. So you may want to be a rapper, and I'm going to be honest with you, man. Give up on that dream on being a rapper. Give up on that dream on being an actor. All right? Give up on that dream on trying to become an NBA player. Because the thing is, you won't be able to get to the next level in Babylon without offering your soul, without offering, in this case, your morals, your integrity, your values. And in a lot of cases, they want to sodomize people who want to make it to the next level. And it's not, none of this, and that nothing in this world is worth anything of that. All right? So if you're in a situation, brethren, where they're giving you a chance to be famous, but they want to sodomize you, you say no, no matter what. Because what we have is Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Right? For it says right here, better is a little with much righteousness. Right? It says in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 8, better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. And we're going to read that in the NLT. Right? Here we go. Search it. Okay, cool. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 8. Better to have little with godliness than to be rich and dishonest. Right? And what about the GNT? Can we get that out too? Yeah, let's do that. Nah, GNT is a little too different for me. But you get the point, brethren. Better is it to have a little, right? Let's go back to the NLT. Or NIV. Let's go NIV. Better a little with righteousness than much gain with injustice, right? So you gotta understand, brethren, we may not have much on this side. We may live in apartments. Some of us have a little better and live in houses, right? Nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, we may not have much on this side, but guess what? What we may have much of is, Lord willing, our treasure in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, rather than having a whole lot in this world, but having nothing in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So when that C-hip comes out, and they start offering people and start having people compromise their morals, integrity, and their bodies, and start tempting them to take the C-hip, as the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Lord willing, we are of the elect, we are to say no, no matter what, even unto our death, to not take the C-hip, right? For we are to remain faithful unto death. Let's get out that scripture, remain faithful. It's in Revelations, faithful unto death. It says in Revelation chapter 2, verse 10, For none of those things which shalt thou suffer, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right. So we are to remain faithful unto death. Right. No matter how dire the situation looks, no matter what we lose on this side, because we're going to lose a lot on this side, brethren. We're going to lose our houses for Yahweh Shai. We're going to lose our apartments for Yahweh Shai, right? Which isn't much, honestly, right? And we're going to lose our riches, which we don't even have riches really, but we're going to lose whatever money we have on this side, right? In Yahweh Shai. So you got to understand, brethren, we're going to lose a lot for Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, but we're going to gain so much more in the kingdom, and that's what really matters, right? So I'm going to give out one last example here with Job chapter 1 verse 1. In the land of Uz there was a man whose name was Job. This man was blameless and upright. He feared God and shunned evil, and that's what we're supposed to do, brother, to the best of our ability. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect and hopeful elect, and Shalom. And I hope this, and I thank you, and I thank the elders, apostles, and brethren help teach me this truth. Shalom.